Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be decorating one of the boxes I sent out to the hubs when he was deployed. So if you can see, I am decorating the inside flaps with white foam sheet. You can get it from Walmart. It's literally 20 cents a piece, I believe. I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was like 20 to 23 cents. But I didn't do the whole box in that foam sheet just because of the fact that if you did the whole box when you decorated in the foam paper, you would end up losing a lot of space to cram in snacks and goodies. But as you can see, I'm just cutting off the logo paper and I'm getting rid of those little plastic pin cushiony things that they stick in them. I'm not the best at describing this stuff, but work with me. So I had to take off 4 sheets of those little plastic pieces and the logo papers. And then now I'm going to put the foam sheet in between the flaps and I'm going to measure it so that I can make sure that the foam sheet will be flush with the flaps. So I'm just using my pen, making a mark so that I can know where to cut. And then I am going to show you the mark and then I'm going to cut them. So I had to cut 4 foam sheet flaps and I put the excess away and use that as scrap paper whenever I need a little lift. And then here I am putting the box together. I had a large priority flat rate box. So I am using hot glue to secure it. I feel like hot glue is a lot more secure than flimsy plastic tape. And I didn't have problems with boxes being shipped and things falling out or anything like that. Because I know some people say that like their boxes would break open or whatever it is. So using hot glue was a lot more secure than the normal packing tape. Also, you can reinforce the hot glue and use packaging tape, but I didn't need to because it was so stuck. Like those boxes were going absolutely nowhere. And then I pressed down on the inside of the box to make sure that everything is adhered to each other and flush. There's so many strings when you work with hot glue. It's crazy. So at that point, I'm just like checking to make sure that the box is nice and snug. No, there won't be any snags or anything like that. So I'm adding hot glue wherever I find that the box's ends are lifting up. And you really want to take the extra mile with your box to make sure that it is secure, because guys, when I say these boxes go a long ways, my box went legit 4,000 over 4,000 miles away. So of course I was going to make sure that it was secure as possible. So here I'm showing you guys me putting the decorations together. I used, what kind of paper was this? Construction paper on the inside just so that I had more space. And then I also used construction paper flaps for the corners because I'm kind of OCD and I wanted construction paper to cover the entire box. I didn't want any brown parts sticking out. It looked tacky. So I used some school Elmer's glue. It's a gel kind, just to secure it down. And I also used a paper towel to soak up the excess glue that was seeping out of the sides of the little papers. You can go the extra mile with your decorating of your husband's box or husband's, girlfriend's, wives, whatever it is, box. I did, but that's because I wanted to make it very special. If you don't feel like doing that, you can just throw the snacks in the box. I mean, I've heard of women that just don't send boxes at all. So it's up to you. But yeah, so you really want to make sure that you get all the excess glue. for it to not look as crazy. And then I just glued the top flap to the top side of the box. And yeah, once again, you can get the excess off with a paper towel. It works a lot better than using your finger because your finger has dirt on it that you can't see. So just keep an eye out for that. I always made sure that I made the boxes special because it put a smile on my soldier's face. But if you don't find it important, girl, don't go for that. You don't have to do that. So here I'm showing you, I got all of the flaps of foam sheet paper onto the box. And so I'm showing you how I put it on this flap. So I use hot glue to secure down the construction paper that I used on the inside of the box. And I just do little increments and take off the excess hot glue because the hot glue melts, no, not melts, but solidifies so quickly that it's hard to catch it before it cures. So after that, I just check and I see how the foam sheet is going to fit. And then I put down some hot glue just on one side of the box to the inner part of the box. And that is to secure down the foam sheet. And the reason I do that is just so that I can make sure that when you close the box, it doesn't bunch up into the crease of the box. Then I will take up the flap and I will secure that down as well using a couple different types of glue, I guess you can say. But I use Elmer's glue. And that is just to secure down what I can in the middle. You want to make sure the center is secured as well as the edges. So once you have the center secured, you're just going to push it down with your hand, smooth it over the box flap. And then I pull it up and I would add some hot glue to it as well. Now, you guys might think I'm crazy, but I just didn't want my hard work to go like flying all over the place. So I put the hot glue around the edges of the box. And that's just to ensure that this baby flap isn't going anywhere. So now that I see that it is completely secure, I can be happy. I can be comfortable. Now, you see that little lip? You're going to cut that off. You want to make sure that your box's paper is flush with the box. So once you cut it, it looks clean like that. And you see, I put all the decorations on. And this is our decorations. It says, we started this journey. And I put glitter around the felt hearts. And some of the words have glitter. And it says, by saying hey on OKC. And if you don't know what OKC is, I will tell you guys about that later in another video. And it says, now look at us. And those are little googly eyes that you get from Walmart. They're pretty cheap. There's a huge bag for cheap. I think it's like a couple bucks. And then it says, a beautiful, happy family. So inside of the box, there is a paper where Kaven drew a picture for him. That's all his scribbles. Of course, I wrote around the picture, Happy Valentine's Day. We love you so much. Happy anniversary, babe. Because yes, it is our anniversary on Valentine's Day, legit. And we had 7 months to go. And I drew the stick figures and all of that, of course. I hope he loves this box, and he did love the box. And Yeah, just let you guys know, this is previously recorded. Of course, Hubs is back home. He's been back home for quite a while. And I'm sorry for any of the noise that you hear in the background because it's my son, obviously. So don't forget to subscribe.